Hello everyone, Mark here from Visual Pro Detailing. I wanted to do a short video. I've explained to you how to rinseless wash a car. Now I want to give you a really quick tutorial on how to hand wash a car with soap and water. What I'm going to be doing on this car, I've actually already washed it, but I'm going to be doing this for explanation purposes, is to show you how to do a 2-bucket wash. Now, the reason I call it a 2-bucket wash is because I have 2 buckets. I have a wash bucket that has my actual soap solution in it. For this wash I'm using Gtechniq G-Wash, and then I have a secondary bucket that is my rinse bucket. And at the bottom of each of these buckets I have a grit guard insert. And I'll kind of explain to you from start to bottom how this goes. You're going to want to fill both of your buckets about 2/3 full. This one's a little bit lower because I've already done the wash on it. You're going to want to add your soap into your wash bucket, and then you're going to want to take your spray nozzle with your wash media inside it and agitate it so you get plenty of suds and foam, because the suds is what actually does the cleaning. Then you're going to do one section at a time. This is a way to properly wash a vehicle, okay? You're going to do one section at a time, starting at the top and then working your way down. I'm actually going to flip my mitt here to do it a second time real quick, just because if I don't, there's a really good chance I'm going to miss something. Now that I've done my section, I'm actually going to take my mitt and I'm going to put it in my rinse bucket, and I'm going to push it against that grit guard insert. And what that is going to do, it's going to release the dirt that is inside your wash media, because if you don't use 2 buckets and you don't use a grit guard, what you're going to be doing is reintroducing that dirt whenever you go into the next section to wash it. So now that I've rinsed it out in the rinse bucket, I'm going to put it back in the wash bucket. I'm going to wring it again just in case there's anything else in there. And then now that I've done a section, especially if you're doing it in high heat or pure direct sunlight where it dries quickly, I'm going to take my hose, I'm going to put it on a wide spray, now if I was doing an actual wash, I would actually start out at the roof and work my way down and then go around the vehicle, so that I can rinse going down and I'm not putting soap to where it's going to be falling down on sections I've already washed. But that's how we do it with a proper 2-bucket method. You do one section at a time, you use your grit guards, you use your 2 buckets, and lastly I want to show you drying method, okay? What you don't want to do with the drying towel is push it into the paint, because if there's any dirt or anything in that marring or in that paint, in that towel, or if you're on a really soft clear coat, you can mar the paint just by pushing it with the towel. So what you want to do instead is take your towel, put it on the surface, and slowly pull it across to wick up the water, or you can put it on there and you can actually pat it and let it absorb the water. You want to do this over the entire vehicle, but try to stay away from the pushing the towel into the paint, because that's going to create marring. Lastly, if you have a leaf blower, if you have an air compressor, go around the vehicle and hit all the nooks and crannies with compressed air to blow out all the water, because what you'll find happening is that after you've dried the vehicle, you think it's dry, but there's all this water in all these nooks and crannies, and once you move the vehicle, it's going to start leaking out, and then you're going to have little runs and water spots. So that's just a little professional trick to not have any runs and water spots. But that's a really quick down and gritty demonstration of a 2-bucket wash. So if you don't like the rinseless method, this is the best way to wash your vehicle in a safe manner, so that you're not introducing defects into the paint and not putting swirl marks into the vehicle. Thank you so much. If you'd like any more information, you can go to my website, which is visualprodetailing.com.